Today we're taking a step back in time to enjoy the Mint Julep #1 from the Manila Hotel in the Philippines. The recipe I'm sharing today is a slight adaptation of the recipe that you'll find in The Gentleman's Companion from Charles H. Baker. While the first edition of this book came out in 1939, the drink was created at least a decade earlier, and this mint julep is credited and named after Walter Antrim, better known as Monk Antrim, the manager of the Manila Hotel. To be honest, this recipe is not too different from really any other mint julep recipe, but it does call to use drops of Barbados or Demerara rum on top of the glass, on top of the ice, which kind of sparked the whole interest for me to look into this more. Back in the 1920s and 1930s, you'd see some strange drinks that would be recommended from people like Charles H. Baker, maybe tiger's milk, cream, and booze to help you cope with rough next days, but that does not work. But what can help is ZBiotics. ZBiotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make ZBiotics your first drink of the night, drink responsibly, and you'll feel your best tomorrow. So click the link in the description or use the QR code on the screen right now to get 15% off your first order. Plus, ZBiotics offers a 100% money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. So ultimately, it will be up to you to use Demerara rum or Barbados rum to sprinkle on top of this drink. I'm going to choose to use a higher quality Demerara rum just because I think if it's sort of the seasoning on top, I want to use the best of the best. I'll be following this pretty closely, and I'm going to start with a glass that has already been chilled in the freezer, and I'm adding in half a tablespoon of sugar and 2 tablespoons of cold water. We just kind of made a simple syrup right there. Now I'm adding in 6 mint leaves and muddling them just gently. Next, I'll fish out that mint and discard it and fill with cracked ice. Now I'm going to fill with 3.5 ounces of bourbon. If you want to be precise here, I think you'd actually go to 3.25. 3.5 is plenty for me. I'll top this with more ice, making a nice little ice cap here. And before I garnish with a sprinkling of rum, I'm going to garnish this with some mint, a slice of pineapple, and a cherry. And finally, 2 teaspoons of a Demerara rum. So there you go, the Mint Julep #1 from the Manila Hotel, or Monk Antrim's Mint Julep. It appears I may have needed a bigger glass for this, but don't worry, I did spill a little bit off the edge, but anything left in that teaspoon, I already drank it. So use a good quality rum, but make sure you have the room for it. So let's try this Mint Julep. I'm not expecting too much of a difference here, but we'll see. Cheers. Do you often find drinks here or this genre of drink to be too sweet? This one is definitely not. 3.5 ounces of bourbon, just a little bit of sugar, but bourbon has an inherent sweetness to it, so the sugar plays on that. It's a mint julep. It needs the dilution, so over time this is going to dilute, keeping it cold, giving a little more water. We did add some water there up front, so that helps a little bit too. It doesn't feel too busy. It doesn't feel like it needs more sugar either. And the mint in there, it's just very subtle. You get the mint on the aroma when you bring it up to your face. I can't really pick up the Demerara rum, to be honest with you. It's just a nice little touch, I think, that's fun and different from a typical mint julep. But if you're someone who's really into mint juleps and you want to explore mint juleps, then this is one that you should definitely explore. How tropical is this? I don't know. I don't know if adding a slice of pineapple to something makes it tropical, and obviously just because it has rum does not make it tropical. But it's a historic drink, a fun and interesting drink that you can find in The Gentleman's Companion, and it's easy. Yes, you could have used simple syrup. Yes, you could have left the mint in the glass. It's up to you, however you want to do this. I just thought this was a fun one. You can look more into kind of the history of that character, Monk Antrim, because he has there's like a whole website devoted to that hotel and him and how he sort of disappeared from the face of the earth, basically. But that's what's fun about the Gentleman's Companion. It's finding those old stories about people that they came across in their encounters and seeing not just drinking culture, but just culture and people and ingredients of the time to better understand how we got from there to where we are today. So that's it for this one, the Mint Julep #1 from the Manila Hotel. If you've had this one, let me know in the comments below, or if you have in the future, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing here if you haven't already. If you want to support this channel more, I have a Patreon page. Otherwise, see you in the next one.